Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cat's Cottage. This Monday morning, I've got me a cup of coffee and I decided to use a little cream this morning. Well, I hope everybody survived this hot weekend that we had. I didn't get out there and melt myself in it. I did go out occasionally and do a few things, but I got back in when I got hot. One, you're out there and you're battling mosquitoes, so that's one reason why you come back in. Oh man! On Sunday, I did go to an estate sale. The last day, I guess, might have been Saturday. I ran into two estate sales. I accidentally. We were driving and we saw them, and that's why we went to them. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I picked up. First off, I went into this one house that I wished I could have seen it before it was hit. Even as I sat in the truck waiting for my husband to come, uh, outside of the house was fixed up. The trim that's normally straight uh, had been replaced with edging, cut out, and it was just amazing. The whole house was amazing. The thing about it, when we went in, um, everything was wooden, dark wood. The furniture was unbelievable, and the decor was so antique and so unusual. It was a shame that that couldn't be some kind of a display house instead of just letting it all go here and there. Uh, tell you how unusual it was. In one bedroom, there was this bed, and it was narrow like this little table here. It was narrow. You'd say, well, that's a twin, but I don't know about that. And it was high, and it had carved on both ends. Completely beautiful. I mean, I never seen anything like it. And people were carrying out these candelabras, huge, silver and crystal. And I don't think the people that were doing the estate sale knew what that value of that stuff was. And they just one after another coming out with it. Of course, I don't have any need for any of that anymore. I had that at one time, and I got rid of all of it. But I've never seen such a house. And after a while, I was in there about 20 minutes and starting getting packed. I mean, it was to a point, it was almost too many people, you know. And of course, they were pushing and shoving, especially the men. I mean, I never seen men so greedy, pushing and shoving and snatching and grabbing. And I had been to estate sales. I used to go constantly, and it wasn't that way. But gosh almighty, now they must be reselling, and you get out of their way, they want to make that money. And I realized then that I'm going to have to look at stuff they're not interested in. I'm going to have to look at stuff I guess I shouldn't be interested in. But I did. I went inside closets and opened drawers, dresser drawers, and pulled out looking for things. Uh, that way I could stay out of people's way. I mean, I was having to look. Have you ever gone to a estate sale and tried to look in a closet? These people were literally, they just hate you for opening a closet because, see, that closet usually blocks the doorway. But anyway, I did that. So, and there was one room that was just amazing. It had books, shelves from top to bottom, and completely gorgeous. Like I said, I'd love to seen that room before all these yahoos got in there and thought they knew what they were looking at. And book after book after book. And I found this book thrown over in a corner. And it's Shakespeare uh, from the Great Tragedies. Now, I will have to admit that I never read any of Shakespeare. That was not anything that, if I did, I can't remember that, in school. So I thought, I might ought to read these stories here. I never read these. Of course, when I opened it and I looked at the yellow pages, I thought, oh, I can use these yellow pages to make crafts with. And I thought, no, Kathleen, you're going to read this book. You're going to read this book. It was printed in 1982. So, but I'm going to read this book. Can y'all ever, if y'all want to know when I'm lying, you look at me now. I'm going to read this book from cover to cover. But yeah, I'm going to read at this book. And if not, nothing lost. I gathered up this paper bag that I found in a pantry room. A room about this size, full, of stuff. Well, you could kind of put a door on this and close it, and it'll look just like that room. Full of crap. Anyway, I went in there and I looked around and I found some things. Or tried to find some things. What I found was a big paper bag with the handles on it so I could look. And then I found 2 pillows, and I'm not going to show them to you. They were fall, and they were handmade. I might show them to you another time with a picture. One was a turkey and one was fall leaves. And it looks like they might have put it together or added to it or something like that, or bought it specially made like that. And anyway, the reason I'm not showing you those pillows is because I put them in the truck, and after a while I started getting this smell. Oh man, it was terrible. So it smelled like somebody had covered the whole place with Febreze, real heavy. Y'all might not know what Febreze smells like. It smells good at first, but if you just coat and coat, it starts to, it's too overpowering. So I put them in the garage, let them air out, before I put them away. Anyway, I got this book. My whole sack that I paid for with the 2 pillows in it was $5. And believe it or not, that's what I had in my purse because I hadn't planned on going there. Okay, then next I opened a drawer in the living room. I finally made it, and on the dining room where they'd already moved out the table and all that kind of stuff. And there was a big, huge buffet, and nobody had opened the drawers. So I started opening the drawers, and the drawers were just full. Just full. I'd love to have been able to look through all those drawers. But anyway, I just pulled off what was on the top. I'll lower y'all a little bit. Now, my intention for buying Doilies early on, now she had everything to fix up a dining table any fancy way. And she had all these in there. And my intention of buying these first off, I've had these and resold them, got rid of them, was I was going to use them to decorate with, and possibly my thought was to put them inside of hanging baskets and put dirt on them. That was my thought, put dirt on them. But they have not left the inside of the house to go to the dirt. I can't bring myself to it. I should have known I wouldn't be able to do that. Here's one she started, and got the center part started, and got tired of it, quit, or whatever. But this is the center one. And then she's got these. She had a bunch of these, and I'd like to have gone through and um, picked up the colors. And I wish the others I had picked up also. I probably wouldn't have paid anything more for them. She had purple and yellow together and real bright. And I thought, well, I don't like that. So I left them. And I wish now I had have picked them up because they would have looked good in a flower basket. But anyway, I think either these are centers and she planned on going off from these, or these are coasters. These are coasters for glasses on a fancy dinner table. That might be what these are, because they were just all kind of stacked like this together. Uh, you know, I think that's what, and I don't think this is a coaster. I think this is the beginning of a big doily. That's what I think. But anyway, that's something I can't do. I tried knitting one time and it was terrible. And I made so many mistakes. I made this blanket. Y'all may have heard me say before. I made this zigzag blanket. And one end was narrow and one end was long. And I thought, this is terrible. So I sold it at a carport sale one time. And I told this lady, she looked at it and she knew how to knit. And I told her, I said, you could just pull that. That'll all pull open. And you can have the yarn. And that's what she did. But anyway, I cannot imagine. I'd have to get a magnifying glass and look at these stitches. I can't imagine doing that. Um, it's just unbelievable to me. Now, I did research on my family years ago when I spent about 25 years researching my family and my husband's family. But anyway, some of my ancestors, they were lace makers. And they made lace uh, for the Queen in England. Uh, and they got accused of selling lace on the side. You know, back then you made lace for the Queen and nobody else. You made lace, and you didn't try to make money. You didn't try to make more money. You lived on minimum income. That's the way they wanted. They were real socialist. And anyway, they got caught selling lace on the side, and they were put in prison, the whole family, and sent to America. And I can't give you the year on that, but it was pretty early. And that's how that group of my ancestors got in America. They were made lace. They were for the Queen. And well, they had a lace shop, but if they sold anything, it had to be regulated. So I would imagine they were trying to do that under the table. Anyway, enough about that. Okay, I got that. And then what else was in my sack? I have a few other things, but I couldn't resist this little dog. This is so cute. You can see the hand done stitches everywhere. You can see them and done really well. These eyes are a plastic put together, and these flowers are cloth-like, woven early flowers, early artificial flowers and leaves. And this hair is, I'm hoping it's not real. It definitely feels that way. Um, but anyway, it's on top of the dog's head, and it's super cute. One ear is sewed down that way, and the other ear is this way. I don't know if that was an accident or done deliberately, but pretty good job. Pretty good job. And it just has a skirt with attached legs and attached feet. And I just, I don't know, I saw it and like, it was way over in a corner in a chair, buried. And I thought, that is so cute. I just saw it sitting there looking at me. I thought, that is so cute. Let me get that. I don't care who laughs at me for having that. I like him. So I'm going to put him over here and leave him right there. Let's see what else I got. Something else I didn't need. Let's see. I'm going to pick y'all up and put y'all this way so y'all can see it, so I don't have to move all that. Okay. Here we go. I got it in this right here below near my table. Okay. I don't know why. Tell me why I picked up these two. This is probably not any dogs that I would ever. I can't tell what's on the bottom. Got some numbers. These are not dogs I ever had or probably ever will have. Now let me keep. I got some more. I just scooped them all up and threw them in the bag. Okay, here's two, and then here's one more. I saw them all there, and I just raked them right into my paper bag. I was just filling my paper bag up with something that, well, something I didn't need, something I had no use for. And I thought, I'm gonna get these little dogs. I don't know why. And see, I got it in this front of this little cabinet here. We'll come back. But that's what I got it. That estate sale. And the other estate sale, I didn't get anything. There wasn't nothing there. I've got to go put a little more coffee on. I got to top my coffee off. It's gotten cold. Hope y'all don't mind. Okay, let's go back in here and sit down. But that's what I did Saturday. I believe it was Saturday because I didn't do anything Sunday, so it had to be Saturday. And they didn't have any day or two, Sunday sale. And but yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm collecting these doilies up in a basket now. Basket. And I might use these as coasters. They're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of cool. Maybe even this one, make a coaster out of it. But yeah, that's what I got the doilies for. Gonna line a wire hanging basket with the doilies, but I would have something else in there, like plastic, something to protect that. But that's what I want to do. But anyway, good and hot. Okay, well, there's nothing else I can say. Those parakeets belong to my granddaughter, and she sent me little videos of showing me how they grew, and they really have. And she's got them in that big old cage, nice cage, and she's got a family of 5 now. So I believe she's had more babies than that, more eggs before. But anyway, let's see. Somebody asked me something else. Can't remember it now. I guess that was it. The parakeets don't belong to me. I've had a bird before. I had a minor bird. And I probably told y'all about that, where it started flopping and I didn't know what was wrong with it. I was just a young lady and I didn't know what to do. And I think I was about 17, maybe 16 or 17. And got the minor bird. And the husband I had at the time didn't like the bird. He didn't like it at all. It was terrible, but when I turned my back, I'd catch him spitting on the bird, which infuriated me. But anyway, I had a minor bird, and right after I got him, almost the next day, he started flopping. Took it back, and told him my bird is dead. And he said that, oh well, if you would have wrapped a hot towel around it, it wouldn't have died. And I'm like, oh well, why didn't you, tell me that before when I was buying it? Uh, Back then, what you paid for birds wasn't a lot considered now, but then it was. I think I paid about $75 for him. And he could talk and everything. Once I got him, I taught him to talk. And I went on vacation one time, and my in-laws thought I asked them, could they watch my bird, feed my bird. And so they thought it'd be funny if they teach the bird to cuss. It'd be such a surprise when I got back that, the bird would be cussing. But it didn't work. It didn't work. The bird only would cuss when they came around. The bird never cussed with me. It never would, say any of those words. So that was them. It wasn't me. They told the bird to cuss him out. But anyway, those are her birds, and she is so talented with animals and raising animals up. Having babies, ducks and chickens, and she's got a real talent for that. So, but, oh, y'all see these are the earrings that I bought at one time. These are those eyeballs. The man, y'all women always buy weird things. Y'all buy weird. Men don't buy weird stuff. Y'all buy weird stuff. And I'm like, okay, ring me up. But anyway, I went through that phase where everything had to be diamonds and jewelry and gold, I don't care about any of that anymore. What's the use of having jewelry where you think you're going to lose it and you keep it put away because you think you're going to lose it? I don't want that. Just give me some old cheap beads, and if it falls off, and that's that, and I don't care. But anyway, I had a pretty good weekend, and I hope y'all did too. And I guess I'll talk to y'all later because I'm going way over my time. Goodness. Uh, I'll talk to y'all again. Y'all take care, okay? Bye-bye.